Welcome to another episode of Deep True Crime. I'm Manny Rodriguez. In today's episode, we have a big update. Aiden Fucci, who was accused of stabbing a classmate of his 114 times. The trial was scheduled to begin next week. In a turn of events, he has now pleaded guilty in the murder of Tristyn Bailey. Let's go ahead and dive into what we know at this time. A Florida teenager has now pleaded guilty as of today, February 6, 2023, to murdering his cheerleader classmate by stabbing her 114 times, as there have come out new photos of those scratches that he had on his body after he was arrested. Aiden Fucci, who is now 16 years old, confessed today to first-degree murder of the then 13-year-old Tristyn Bailey on Mother's Day of 2021. When the young girl was killed, she was reported as missing, and a long search began to find Tristyn Bailey. And surveillance footage previously showed that Fucci and Bailey were walking together down a dim residential street moments before her death as they headed to the woods. Fucci was then seen running away from the scene in bare feet. So he didn't even have his shoes on. He is seen running. It's hard to capture that still moment, but he is literally holding his shoes in his hand. And so he is now likely to be sentenced in the spring, and he faces a minimum of 40 years in prison with the possibility of life without parole. We'll find out more as it comes out. But there were some released photos that show the day of Fucci's arrest on May 10th, 2021, which was a day after Tristyn's body was found covered with knife wounds, showed his chest covered with scratches. And you can even see this is the knife that he used. Florida State Attorney R.J. Lariza revealed about 49 of Bailey's wounds were defensive in nature, with several to the arms, hands, and head. At the time of Fucci's arrest, prosecutors released the camera footage of him walking with the suspect late at night. Prosecutors, they also made public video, which was captured from inside Fucci's home after the murder. Now, here's the kicker about that. His mom has since had some charges against her. His mom, Crystal Smith, she was seen going upstairs and picking up her son's blue jeans. This is his mom in this picture. She was seen picking up her son's blue jeans before allegedly scrubbing blood off of them. And when police searched Fucci's home, they found a buck knife sheath in his room, as well as shoes and a shirt with blood on them. Those jeans, as well as the drain in Smith's home, later tested positive for blood. Smith has been charged with one felony count of evidence tampering. Now, Fucci, he initially was arrested on second-degree murder charge and held in a juvenile justice center the day after Bailey's body was found. Now, authorities, they said that DNA was found on Bailey's body. And so they had so much evidence against him, it was not looking good for him. Whereas, at least if he pleads guilty, then he has the possibility of not being in prison for the rest of his life. And so that's where it's like you can even see some of the defensive wounds on his left hand here, on his right arm here. He had defensive wounds because Tristyn was fighting for her life. And according to separate court documents, one of Fucci's female friends told police that the teen frequently talked about killing people. She also said Fucci would take his knife out and pretend to stab her with it, and that he would draw graphic photos depicting mutilated bodies. That's what the friend has shared. She also told detectives that Fucci often heard voices when he was angry that would tell him to kill people. That's what he was sharing, or she was sharing. Now, when the detectives searched Fucci's home, they uncovered a notebook filled with violent drawings of women, including one that showed a female with red X's on her breasts and severed arms with blood pouring out. Prosecutors also said that Fucci had been telling friends he planned to kill someone in the woods, and that Tristyn may simply have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. You see, they also obtained a Snapchat video of Fucci smiling as he sat in the back of a cop car after he was taken in for questioning by police the day after the murder. And he posted, "Guess who's in a effing cop car? Tripping, dude." That's what was shared in this Snapchat video. He also snapped a selfie in the reflection of the police video with the caption, "Hey guys, has anybody seen Tristyn?" That's literally how he spelled anybody. INYBODY. Hey guys, has anybody seen Tristyn lately? This is extremely heartbreaking. Why would this twisted teen do this to her? Now, there's been a lot of internet bullies who have put stuff out there about Tristyn. I don't give two flying bleeps about that. She did not deserve this. I don't care what kind of person she was. She didn't do a single thing to warrant her death. I truly believe wrong place at the wrong time. And so now Aiden Fucci has to wait a few months to see what his court will be. Will he only get 40 years, or will he see a lot more? My friends, it is stories like this that blows my mind. There has to be something wrong there. And to not only think about that, but his mom helped try to cover it up. Who does that? My friends, that to me is heinous on its own. Why would she do such a thing? And truth is, can we really be that surprised by this at all? Can we really be surprised? You can see her here washing those bloody jeans. Now, this video has been all over YouTube. You can find it on multiple places. But who would have ever thought? And truth is, why would this happen? We don't really know. Why would she want to cover up instead of saying, "Okay, son, you will have to, you have blood on your pants. Now they're looking at you for this crime." What would be the right thing to do? I don't know. I know one mom who turned her son in for selling drugs, I believe. And I know another one who will personally do whatever they can to not let their child get caught. And it looks like this is what happened in this case. Be honest, my friends. Let me know in the comments. Is mom wrong for trying to cover up? I say she is. But mama bears, a lot of them will protect their cub, right? They will protect them till they're blue in their face, even as such a heinous crime, right? Like this proves that. A mom, a parent will go to the end of the world for their child. It happens, probably too many times. But what do you say? Do you think that Aiden Fucci should spend the rest of his life in prison? I 110% say yes, he should. Even though he was a teenager when he committed this, it is one of the worst. It's not like he just did something by accident. Yeah, you should definitely pay your crimes there. But this guy tried. Not only that, he acted like there was no remorse about this. Now, let it be known that in court today, he did say, "I'm sorry" to the Bailey family. And he apologized to his own family as well, as he pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in the death of Tristyn Bailey. Rest in peace, Tristyn Bailey, taken from this world way too soon. And so he enters his plea right before jury selection was to begin in this high-profile case. And again, Bailey was only 13 when she was found stabbed to death on Mother's Day in 2021. The Mother's Day will never be the same for Tristyn's mother, ever. And Fucci, he said today, "I'm sorry for the Bailey family and my family." Well, yeah, you definitely caused more problems for your own mother, who was trying to protect you, and she is going to get what she deserves. I don't know what will be the end of it, but my gosh, she tried to cover it up. She tried to get rid of blood. And so that's hard for me to even understand. Like, you did the unthinkable, literally. And so now we wait to find out, will he be in prison for the rest of his life, or will he get a possibility of parole? We won't really know that until the time comes. Really, right? Until then, we won't really know. And so St. Johns County Sheriff Robert Hardwick, he issued a statement following this announcement of the guilty plea. And he says, "Aiden Fucci's decision to enter a guilty plea today is nothing more than a testament to the hard work and dedication of the exceptional men and women of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. This was an all-out agency effort. This was also an incredible community effort. The citizens of St. Johns County always show up, and this case was no different. The immediate assistance from our community reaffirms the partnership we have with our citizens. The support they showed the Bailey family was something special to witness. The trial preparation process is just as tedious as the investigation itself. The detectives have not stopped working this case since the initial call was received. The state attorney's office immediately went to work upon Fucci's arrest and has put forth countless hours to prepare for today. SJSO has worked hand in hand with the state's attorney office, and we couldn't be more appreciative of the partnership. Additionally, I'd like to thank the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office for their unwavering assistance since the start of this case. Lastly, the cooperation between our agency and the Bailey family has been unparalleled. Their strength and grace throughout the case has been incredible. This agency will forever be connected to the Bailey family, and this community will forever be Bailey strong. And again, with this guilty plea, Fucci is facing the possibility of life in prison with a minimum sentence of 40 years. His sentence would be reviewed after 25 years as required by law. And so it looks like he is going to have a minimum sentence of 40 years. Now, the death penalty was never on the table because he was a teenager. Again, that was 2021. He's only 16. He's still a teenager. So if he ever gets out, let's be real, 40 years in prison, he's not going to come out a guy ready for the world. And I don't know what's in store for him. I pray that he does turn his life to the Lord and ask for his forgiveness, because that's the one you really have to hope forgives you. The parents, they most likely won't ever forgive you. What he has done is the unthinkable. My friends, please pray that the family gets justice. They get healing. They find some way to keep her legacy alive. And a lot of times a great thing comes out of this, because there's never going to be happiness for this family. This is one of the hardest things they will ever be faced with. Rest in peace to Tristyn Bailey. And I hope the family finds some peace. My friends, if this is the type of content you like to follow, hit that subscribe button. Click on that like if you got some value out of this, because that tells YouTube there's value here. Show it to more people. And I, for one, greatly appreciate all of your support. I get a lot of support. Thank you. One of my goals is to be a creator you follow and to be a great voice for the victims who are taken from this world way too soon. They no longer can speak for themselves. I'm Manny Rodriguez, and this has been another episode of Deep True Crime. Until next time, my friends, stay safe out there. Peace.